What is up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new football talk video, and today's topic is that Steven Gerrard could become Liverpool's next manager after Jurgen Klopp. Let me know, do you want to see that happen? Steven Gerrard is my all-time favorite footballer and my all-time favorite Liverpool player, and the big breaking news is that Steven Gerrard is set to take control of a Liverpool youth team next season in a full-time job. He has been involved already in the youth academy since February, and Jurgen Klopp still has like 6 years left on his contract. So in the next 6 years, Liverpool and Steven Gerrard could develop, you know, a managerial career where Steven Gerrard is managing the youth team and maybe later the reserve team, and then he could become the assistant manager to Jurgen Klopp. And my opinion and my question mainly for you guys, and this is the main topic and the main talking point of today's video, and I want you guys to get involved in the comments. Do you think that Steven Gerrard would make a great manager, a great Premier League manager? He's a Liverpool, you know, a Scouser, he's a Liverpool Podlian, he's a boyhood Liverpool fan, and it will be an absolute dream of him, and I think of many Liverpool fans, including myself, to see one day Steven Gerrard managing on the touchline, celebrating a goal, and maybe winning a Premier League title as a manager, because I think that's the ultimate dream of Steven Gerrard, of one day lifting the Premier League trophy as a manager of Liverpool FC, because as a player that's the one trophy that eluded him in very cruel circumstances. I think if there is one player in Premier League history who deserved to win a Premier League title, it's Steven Gerrard. But you know, football sometimes can be a really cruel, ruthless sport, and Steven Gerrard missed out on winning the Premier League trophy, and I think he has a burning desire, a burning ambition inside of him to become Liverpool manager. That's why he has gone down on this route of you know, doing his coaching badges and becoming a youth coach, and he has been involved with the youth academy since February, managing different age groups in the youth academy. And Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has been very impressed by Steven Gerrard. He's 36 years old, Steven Gerrard, and he has set to be, the big news is that he's set to be rewarded by taking charge of a team of his own next season. It is rumored that it will be the under-18 side, but you know, Jurgen Klopp didn't want to confirm this yet. He said that we will let you know when anything becomes official. So Liverpool and Gerrard has closely aligned himself with the under-18 side, and he's set to take over a more permanent role with them in the summer. That's what the independent newspaper is reporting, and I would love to hear your opinion, guys, because I would absolutely love Steven Gerrard to become you know, a Liverpool manager in the long run, but he has to take the necessary steps to become one, because not every big manager becomes a great coach, but there are a few examples. Carlo Ancelotti, he was a world-class player for AC Milan, and he won the Champions League with AC Milan, with Real Madrid, and he could win the Champions League with Bayern Munich as well. And Zinedine Zidane is another example, and Steven Gerrard was a leader. Zidane also wasn't the most vocal you know, players on the pitch, but he is making a brilliant Real Madrid manager. So far he has won the Champions League and he's set to win the Spanish League title. So I can see Gerrard going down the same route as Zinedine Zidane, because why not? Gerrard has the leadership qualities, and why this is possible is because the under-21 coach Michael Beale is set to be appointed as Sao Paulo manager, which was you know, earlier this year he moved to Sao Paulo, which resulted in a restructuring of the youth academy managers. And what Jurgen Klopp said, and I want to read his quotes: there is not a real announcement in this moment. What I can probably say is yes, when he was asked whether Gerrard was to become a coach of a youth team. And Jurgen Klopp said about Gerrard, and I quote, "He's doing a real job at the academy at the moment with his presence and everything, being around, giving advice and leading little or bigger sessions and all that stuff. They all enjoy it a lot. He especially enjoys it a lot. And yes, he will be the coach of a youth team next season, I'm pretty sure. And when Jurgen Klopp says that, it pretty much confirms what everybody was thinking about, that Steven Gerrard is going to be a Liverpool youth team coach full-time from next season. And I'm really excited to watch him on the sidelines. And you know that the under 18 games are you know, live streamed or televised on LFC TV, and I will tune in to some of the games, because not only do we have some really talented young players in the under 18 side, we can see the club legend Steven Gerrard in a Liverpool kit shouting to them, managing them on the touchline, and that's just fantastic sight. So Jurgen Klopp said, we will tell you exactly which team Steven Gerrard will manage next season when we want to tell you. So this doesn't confirm everything, but it basically says that Steven Gerrard will become a Liverpool youth team coach next season full-time, and not just jumping from age group to age group, but he will be a permanent manager of maybe the under 18 side or the under 16 side. And Steven Gerrard is the absolute best choice for this, because he signed for Liverpool when he was like 6 or 7 years old. He joined the youth academy, and of course he went through the age groups, he went through the ranks, so he knows exactly what it takes to become one of the best, you know, Premier League era players, and certainly, in my opinion, the best Liverpool player of all time, coming through the youth academy, coming through the ranks. He knows step by step what the youth players have to do to become a world-class players like Steven Gerrard. So imagine if I was a parent and I sent my kid to the youth academy, and I heard that Steven Gerrard is the manager of the Liverpool Youth Academy, one of the age groups, I would be absolutely desperate to see my son being advised and managed by one of the all-time great footballers of England and one of the all-time great footballers of the Premier League. So I think this is a huge incentive and motivation, and this could actually persuade some of the youth players of other teams to join Liverpool, because I don't know a high-profile player who is managing a youth team in any other Premier League team like Steven Gerrard. I mean, Patrick Vieira at the moment is manager of New York City, which is under the franchise of, you know, the Manchester City investment group, but he's not a manager in the Manchester City youth team. So if Steven Gerrard wants to go down this route, I would be absolutely delighted for him, because, you know, if he goes on to become, you know, a successful youth team coach, he could be promoted to the under 23 team, then he could be promoted to the Liverpool reserves, and then he could be promoted as maybe assistant manager of Jurgen Klopp. Hopefully Jurgen Klopp will be successful, hopefully Jurgen Klopp will win many trophies with Liverpool, and then hopefully Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, you know, will have the time in the next 3 or 4 years, we'll have the chance to promote Steven Gerrard to become his assistant manager or some kind of advisor. And I would just absolutely love Liverpool and Steven Gerrard to be continuing this absolutely brilliant love story, this relationship that they have, because Steven Gerrard has been with Liverpool since he was a 6-year-old schoolboy, and I just absolutely love the, you know, looking at Steven Gerrard's you know, pictures early on when he was picked out in I think a newspaper article. I remember reading about this in the Liverpool Echo, that he was picked out as like a 6 or 7-year-old absolute kid, and he was interviewed by a Liverpool newspaper because he was one of the most promising players in his age group in the Liverpool Academy, and he was talking about his dream of one day pulling on the Liverpool shirt, going to you know, a competitive Liverpool game as a Liverpool player, stepping onto the pitch of Anfield and becoming you know, a Liverpool regular, but he achieved much more than that. And Steven Gerrard himself said that he never dreamed about, he always dreamed about, you know, being a Liverpool player, but he never imagined that this could happen, that in his wildest dreams that he could not only become a Liverpool player, because that was the best day of his life when he made his debut for Liverpool FC in a competitive game, but he became captain and he won 10 trophies, 10 big trophies with Liverpool. Some of the, you know, finest moments in the club's history was down to Steven Gerrard. The 2005 Champions League final, 2006 FA Cup final, 2001 when Liverpool won 5 trophies. That's when I started supporting this magnificent football club. And I think the Steven Gerrard Liverpool love story needs to continue, but let me know, what do you think about this? I really hope that one day Steven Gerrard becomes a Liverpool manager, and I really hope that one day he can lift the Premier League title. That would be just an absolute dream come true, not only for Gerrard but for many fans. But I think with the Jurgen Klopp we will win the Premier League title before that, and who knows, maybe Steven Gerrard will be the assistant manager to Jurgen Klopp when that happens. Fingers crossed that this will happen. Thanks for watching, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give my opinion on this story, and I want to ask your opinion as well, so leave a comment. Thanks for watching, guys, see you later, goodbye.